Hey there, sweetness. How goes it? I do hope that it goes well. Quick name of the game. If there's anything that's connective to this collective, that's beautiful. I invite you to take that shit with you. If, however, nothing here resonates, that's all right. Just leave it right where you fucking found it. It's probably a piece of information that was meant for someone else in the collective. You should never, ever, ever, ever take something off the table or in general that does not belong to you. Keep in mind that time may be fluid as well as energy, and let's get into it, shall we? Oh, yes. Yes, we fucking shall. What are we getting into? Tribunal Tuesday collective. If you haven't seen the description for the video, tribunal can be described as decision-making body. Decision-making body. So that's what this Tuesday is about for us, collective. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Spirit of love, truth, grace, and guidance, please guide myself. Guide these messages, guide this collective. Guide us always, always. Thank you. All right, welcome home, homies. Please do the tribe a favor. Make sure you leave an imprint of your energy. Leave a like, leave a comment. Make sure you check your subscription status to see if you are a subscriber, true and through. And thank you to those that already put in that support without even being asked. You're a rock star. Tribunal Tuesday feels like we need to be pulling out the big guns for the smoke cleansing. Excuse me, homies. I'm going to say one loud and proud for the full video. Excuse me. Thank you. Yeah. There's a lot. I'm not even going to say that needs to be cleared out. It's already being cleared. Excuse me. Spiritual work underway. Work in progress. I like it. I have some handmade cards here. Messages for the collective. Messages for the homies. That one whooped me, guys. Cheers, dears. Cheers. Messages for the collective. Messages for the homies. What do the homies need to know regarding decision making today? On whatever day this video finds them. Messages for the collective. Someone's working on a new creation. They stumbled upon a very graceful discovery. And from this discovery, they've been working on creating something all new, never before seen, never before felt. There's been some sort of very graceful discovery. I'm seeing something about infinite potential, infinite abundance, infinite security, support. This graceful discovery helps you to grow something, build something, make something. I'm getting alchemy. Make something of nothing. Make the best of the worst. Make the prettiest out of the ugliest. Make the cleanest out of the dirtiest. That's a very interesting energy. And whatever this alchemy is, taking nothing and turning it into more than something. It comes from a place deep within you that has characteristics unlike any other individual in this life. Whatever this creation is, led by discovery, it's something that's going to call you and help you and maybe even force you to make a name for yourself, collective. Make a name for yourself, homie. And as you do, know that there is strength in understanding, and especially in understanding yourself. Having a very functional understanding of yourself. Once you attain that, well, this creation that you keep in your coat pocket will become something magnificent, glorious, something like a spiritual trophy from your guides. This discovery, it's something that is stumbled upon in the process of some sort of new practice collective. You're going to be going about your business. I'm hearing initiating new practices into your day to day. And as you do, not only does your self-esteem grow, your self-worth, your self-value, the way you see yourself, but also something else, something beautiful grows. Something that's going to nourish you for a long time to come. So long as you keep it watered, I'm hearing. So long as you keep it watered. I think we'll do some index cards. Soul Survivor. The song in the background, Chlorine by, I think it's 21 Pilots. Yeah. Can you break my heart? Pieces, I'm just a chemical. I think that the energy that just hit the table is a very piercing one. There was a situation, very toxic, very dark, very dangerous. Very dangerous. And though whatever the situation is, was, could be collective, it's as though there's a whole group, a whole bunch of people doing something wrong, doing something that they know is very, very wrong, and becoming comfortable in it, not becoming their day-to-day, that being their daily practice, just toxic, awful. And I mean, like, the shit that has the potential to turn people ghost. And all these people are participating in it like it's life and not death. But there's someone, viewer, this may be you, that's the sole survivor of that energy, that is the sole survivor of I don't even know, whatever it is. It's my brain started spinning in, like, it's almost like if you take a black pen to a piece of notebook paper and you just scribble, you know, spiraling scribbles. And that's what someone has pulled themselves out of, or allowed spirit, the universe, creator, their highest, greatest good to pull them out of. And whoever this is for, it can be really fucking damaging sometimes to be the sole survivor in a situation. A lot of people look at those two words combined and they think, oh, you're so lucky, you're so blessed, whatever it is that you just made it out of, no one else made it out of that alive. Well, to that I'd say, so then there's one person left that has to deal with all of that wreckage, all of that rubble, the guilt from being the only one that made it out, wondering if there was ever anything that they could have done just a little bit differently along the way. Would things have come out differently? Would everyone else have survived with them? The question of, I just started, something was coming in and then it started to, like, fade off into the abyss. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that got real dark real quick. Some are like, guilty, ashamed, angry, upset with themselves that they survived. And they're upset with the powers that be that they survived. And maybe not just because no one else did, but simply because they did. If that's you and that's your energy, Spirit just sent you a channeled song for the moment you need it the most. Head above water. Avril Lavigne. There's a lot about water in the energy today, collective. Emotion. As soon as I just said the word emotion, I saw devastation in my third eye. Messages for the collective. What can we tell those devastated soul survivors today, Spirit, that could be just a key piece of information? You guys got distance in the upright. Apologies in the reverse. On the flip side, waiting. That's him in the reverse. On the flip side, that's her, is in the upright. Noticing in the reverse. Flip side of that, build a connection. Okay, viewer, at some point, in some sort of situation, maybe it's this situation that you're the sole survivor of, at some point, there came an aha moment, a key moment where you knew without a fucking doubt that you had to distance yourself from whatever this is. Person, place, thing, situation, addiction, feeling, something. In the background, come rescue me, I'll be waiting, I'm too young to fall asleep. Come rescue me, I'll be waiting, I'm too young to fall asleep. Excuse me. There's a lot in the energy about addiction. Hardcore addiction. Many have found or been divinely gifted that strength to move through it, navigate those waters. Fewer were taught how to, I don't want to say be in control of the water, be in charge of the water, but it's like you were shown the keys to navigating through the water, how to show other people to get through the water. And it's not even really water, it's like muck. Addiction, right? It's fucking muddy ass mucky water. And it's like being given the knowledge needed to learn how to swim through. And then, because of the effort and determination and sheer fucking willpower put into that swim by you, there's a gift of, all right, you done it and you done it well. Now, do you think you could show others how to do it too? Simply by doing it yourself. You don't have to get all elaborate about it. Are you willing to let others witness your victories? Even your vulnerabilities. They can go hand in hand. Our timer was stuck at 2020 for a minute. Something about hindsight's 2020. There's an energy here of distancing the self. No matter what the situation, no matter what the circumstance was, distancing the self from situations and energies that literally make you feel like they're sucking the life out of you, like they're draining your life force away, one way or another. Distance. It's an energy of someone's waiting for an apology that they've yet to receive. I need a little bit more clarity here. Something is gnawing away at someone. All right. If there are any of you that are waiting for an apology, I'm not going to tell you that you're not owed one. I'm not going to tell you that you don't deserve one. I'm going to tell you that no one deserves to wait and waste away waiting for an apology, especially one that may never come. Sometimes, the real apology that we need is from ourselves. Hey there, sweetheart, how goes it? That was really strong when I said that. Sometimes the apology we need is from ourselves, to ourselves, for ourselves. But do not let it be hollow. Do not let it be in vain. Wait a minute. Hang on. What does hallowed mean, you guys? That was a word I channeled. Usually, I'll go and look up the definition as I channel it, but I didn't with this one. I feel like hallowed is actually a good thing. Holy, consecrated, greatly revered and honored. Okay, so I did use that word in the wrong context. I apologize. I apologize. Don't let your apologies be hollow. Let them be hallowed, collective. Honor yourself. Honor your relationship to yourself. Honor your connection to yourself. And if you don't have one, build one. Thank you. Yeah, I feel it it's like rising from my heart to my throat, and it feels like an hourglass at my heart chakra and my throat chakra doing this message. It's like the sand keeps moving from the heart to the throat, from the heart to the throat. Something about, oh man. Background music, El King, Can't Be Loved. As soon as that came on, butcher shop. I know what I feel with that, but I'm going to get a couple more cards. Messages for the collective. Yeah. You were just some fun. You should know you were just some fun. Someone... Oh, hang on. It's coming in bits and pieces, like waves. Messages for the collective, please. Thank you. Yeah, so everything looks right. Looks is underlined. So everything looks right. Design team. Law of action wanted to fall in the reverse, up against hats off. The law of attraction is connected to the base chakra, the root chakra. It's connected to the number 4, and the letter G, the key of G. 4. 4 is a number of growth. It's cute because 4 is the number of viewers I can see in the chat at the moment. This wanting to fall in the reverse, though, it brings in an energy of stagnation. So it just ain't right, though I try with my might. Okay. Someone's putting an immense amount of effort into trying to nourish a relationship, be it with a person, a place, a thing, an energy. Nourish a relationship. Everything appears like it's working. Everything appears healthy. Everything appears spot on. But it's not. It's almost like, all right, I'm getting an example. I've never used this one before. I've never been given it before, so bear with me, but dinner. Fancy home-cooked meal after a long day, all right? So we have a couple. One of them was out working all day long, busting their ass at work. One of them was at home all day long, busting their ass at home. The one that went to work brings home a whole bunch of food with their paycheck. The one that stayed home all day takes that food and makes something elaborate and beautiful, something nourishing for them both to eat, for them both to enjoy, right? And it's almost like the one that went to work all day eats up as much as they can possibly fill themselves with, because even though they can go out and buy all these ingredients anytime they want, they can't alchemize it like the one that stayed at home all day and cooked the meal. So the one that bought it, the one that went to the butcher shop and bought the roast, they can go to that butcher shop. They can go to any fucking butcher shop they want, anytime they want, and buy any fucking roast they want. But they can never, ever, 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 ever make it taste the way that the person that cooked it for that meal made it taste. See what I'm saying? So, trying to distinguish the energies. Excuse me. It's almost like at this dinner, the person that bought it, the breadwinner, all right, the roast winner, they eat up as much of that roast as they possibly can because they're like, oh my word, this is delicious. I could never make something like this. I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. And they're like, and it's mine. I paid for it. I earned it, I earned it, I earned it, I earned it. All right, bro. All right. But then the end of the meal comes and the roast earner, they let out this huge burp and they fucking fart at the dinner table and they leave their plate there full of scraps and scribs and they get up and they leave because they're done, even though maybe the other person's still there enjoying their meal and wanting to enjoy it with their partner after they slaved over the hot stove, whatever. But person one is like, nope, I got what I needed. I'm good. I'm done. I'm out. I'm going to go sit on my ass and watch some TV now. You go ahead. You finish up your meal all by your lonesome. And then why don't you go the extra step and clean this shit up, babe? Love ya. So, and the reason why I'm getting that is that it's like when person one came home and they came through the door, they had this big old delicious looking roast. They had the things, they had gone and done their work for the day and they came home and they brought the meat home. Everything looked good. Everything looked right. Everything looked, like, okay, all right. We have equal give and take. This is a partnership. Ebb and flow. Okay, everything looks right. But it only looked that way. It only appeared that way. It's almost as if, the dude went and, got I say dude, it's just what it feels like. It's almost like person one went to that butcher shop, got the most amazing looking roast they possibly could, and they did it in an arrogant way. Like, no, I want the most expensive cut of meat you have. I want the blah, 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 blah. And they get it home, they get it all cooked, da-da-da-da-da. Come to find out, they actually got the worst piece of meat in the place. There was something wrong with that one, and the butcher didn't know it, or, everything looked right, but it wasn't. That's the point. Sometimes things can look real good. Doesn't mean that they are. But the real message coming across there is stay in connection with your team. They'll help you design meals that don't just look right, but feel right for your soul. Spiritual meals. I feel like I'm getting a little bit off track there, but the hats off. That's what it was. Law of action in the reverse. Hats off. What I had gotten here with this whole metaphor was an energy of, like I said, at the end of the dinner, they burp and they fart and they get up and they walk off. But also it's like throughout the whole meal, this person refused to take their hat off at the dinner table, which is a sign of respect where I'm from, my neck of the woods. Man, all through growing up, you take that hat off at the dinner table. That's what we were taught. Someone didn't want to take their hat off, and they didn't think that they had to. And it's such an energy of, well, I bought the fucking table. I can wear my hat at it if I want to. Well, sweet dude. Then sit at your fucking table that you bought yourself with your fucking roast that you bought yourself. Figure out how to make it taste as best as you can and leave me out of the equation. My hat's off to you, bro. Like, what is this? I don't like it. If you are in any any situation with that kind of energy attached to it whatsoever, it's time to get creating a better situation, my love. You are more than capable. I have a feeling you've done it more than once. Recreated. It's a lot about pay attention to the contributions. Pay attention to what it is that you're contributing to your relationships, to your connections. Pay attention to what it is that's being contributed by others. Yeah, it might be. It might be. Oh, all right. I'm going to move on to a new deck. I'm feeling the Handmaid. I think we're going to do Mystic Gypsy. This is a prototype deck, still in the making. I have not finished all the designs. But she wants to make an appearance. You guys get the first look. Okay, I think we'll keep the index cards as the... I haven't channeled any words really onto these cards. They're very blank except for the stickers. If you're unfamiliar with the Mystic Gypsy deck, hello. Goodness. If you're unfamiliar with this style of deck, what I do is I take all my favorite stickers, MYSTICK, Mystic. I take all my favorite stickers and I make decks of cards with them. Mystic Gypsy. Messages for the collective, please. Messages for the homies. Tribunal messages for the homies. And again, tribunal is in relation to decision-making and decision-making bodies. The Scorpion. Ooh, we're actually going to get the shanty numbers out as well because there are some numbers here. And that should help give us some lift off with these messages. 40. Someone needs to know you can get away. That could mean one thing. It could mean many things. In relation to the Scorpion, it makes me think of stinging situations. It makes me think of poisonous situations. It makes me think of painful situations. Situations that lack in all things polite. You can get away. Someone needs that. The Tower in the reverse. Sorry about the glare, guys. This lady in the reverse. The Margarita in the reverse. These are adorable, by the way. Little tarot stickers. The Time Lords in the reverse. Oh, we've got a rainbow there. And The Ace of Swords in the reverse. As I looked at this card, the background song was saying, I hate you and I know you hate me too. Ace of Swords in the reverse. All right. Holy okay. That just hit me really, really, really hard. This might get really specific and it might get really triggering. Where we start with get away. That is a tribunal decision that someone's making, has made, or is about to make. To get away. I'm hearing the great escape. My eyes are welling up as this message is coming to me. I'm going to do my best to get it out, you guys. I'm feeling, I just got goosebumps everywhere. Domestic violence in its worst forms. Argue with me if you want to, but some are worse than others. But this moment of the great escape, the getaway, and the rebuild. I feel that some people, there are some that are worried. It's like survivors. When they finally get away from the trauma, and they finally get out of that deathly situation, and they start over somewhere fresh and somewhere new, they have this hope, right? This innate hope that they're just immediately going to feel like a fresh start inside. They're going to feel like it's a brand new day. Someone's got to that stage of, I left the situation, I left the toxicity, I left abuse, I left addiction, I left neglect, I left whatever it was, I left, I got away, I made that fucking great escape. And the Tower in reverse is more of a building energy than a crumbling energy, right? Because it's the Tower upright that's the fucking crumble. It's all coming down. Tower in the reverse can come to us as an energy of building it back up after the fall. Or I say the fall, but after shoving it all over. But there's this figure, this individual right here. They don't understand why. They got away. They've created something new, something fresh, and they don't feel new, and they don't feel fresh. Some of this energy is because even though they got into a new environment, they still took some things from their old life, some things that, caused them to sit in an energy of addiction, caused them to sit in energies of stagnancy, caused them to sit in energies of anger, sickness. Not saying a margarita does these things, but I feel like this is an overuse. This is a leaning on drugs or alcohol, prescriptions, even too much herbal supplements, things like that, leaning on it as a crutch. So they got out of the poisonous environment, but they still brought some of the things from that poisonous environment with them. And it's like a friggin' spore starting to regenerate itself into the same type of toxicity, even if it's in a different place. I'm being told that someone knows exactly what I'm saying. I'm being given mold as an example. I said the thing about spores. Mold can spread itself through spores, through the air, through dust. It can get into your clothes fibers. It can soak into paper, furniture, into your body, and grow inside of your body. Okay? If the conditions are correct for it to grow, it will. And I feel like this situation that needed to be gotten away from was mold, pure mold toxicity. As an example, as a metaphor, okay? Mold. Someone left that moldy environment, they got out of it, they got into a clean environment, but they didn't start to feel any better because they still brought everything with them from that old environment and they didn't cleanse it. So those spores, whatever they are, thoughts, feelings, vibrations, habits, patterns, mold is technically defined as a pattern, I believe. You think about the patterns that it makes all over shit, you know? It was brought with them. It wasn't cleansed right. Mold is in the Bible. For anyone that, reads that, it's in there about the home. What was it? Leviticus, I think. And there's rites and rituals to remove it from the home in the book. Something about someone, at least one specific viewer knows exactly what this mold is, exactly where it came from, exactly where it's still growing in their life. And for you, this is one strong message. Don't shoot the messenger, but there's no time to lie to yourself. There is no time to lie to spirit. There is no time to live in a lie. This girl, the way that she's upside down, I just started to see her. That almost looked like a Pinocchio nose to me, you guys, but it's just the other side of her eyebrow. But it was like lies. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself and tell yourself that you're clean and pure if you know you're not. You don't have time for that shit. You need to be spending your time cleansing and purifying. I say the, lying thing because this Ace of Swords in the reverse. Time Lords in the reverse. There's no time for lies. There's only time for truth. So, what's the truth about that mold, collective? I just started getting something fucking twisted. Some, and I don't know if it's any of you viewers, but there are some that are so comfortable. Some that haven't hit that getaway, great escape, because they're so comfortable in the fucking filth. They're so comfortable with what they've created, whatever monster they've fucking created. And now they take that monster, that mold, and they fucking spread it all around. I don't know. I'm seeing repetitively, no time for lies, no time for lies. Oh, what is that song? Mac Miller. Don't tell me nothing but the truth. I'm tired, I don't got a spare second. Win or lose, win or lose. I don't keep count, nobody checking. I think that was Small Worlds, maybe. Really good song. All right. I feel like it's probably tarot time, guys. That word contribution wanted to pop back into view. Contributions. Pay attention to contributions. Messages for the collective, please. Messages for the homies. What do they need to know on this Tribunal Tuesday? Messages that will help them in their decision-making process. Messages for the collective, please. Messages for the homies. Thank y'all for getting those likes out. I appreciate you. Three of Wands, accompanied by the Nine of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Sun in the reverse. There's that Three of Wands. Nine of Cups. So we'll check out that what the Sun in the reverse is coming to say. The light of truth. I want this to sit right here for you. Let the darkness flee and the shadows melt away. Let life spring forth where my rays of light land. I am the center of all life and the source of it. And I am also the destination. As once you came forth from me, little spark, so you desired awareness of me and unity with me. And now you are no longer a spark, but a bright, blazing flame, wondrous to behold, writing, triumphant. Ooh, I almost titled this Triumphant Tuesday. Where am I? I lost my spot. Sorry. Writing triumphant and bearing the banner of my light. You are the child of my golden dawn, the little sun upon the earth, but you have always been thus. You just lacked the awareness of it. You have walked through many shadows, seen many kinds of truth. Don't tell me nothing but the truth. Seen many kinds of truth. Been offered many sorts of illumination, but it is only I that can grant you true enlightenment. Never let your gaze turn from me. Follow truth and illumination with every step henceforth, and take my hand, son child, as we herald the light of truth to the world. Watch us rise. The themes and the concepts for this Sun card: truth, illumination and revelation, awareness and awakening, optimism and enthusiasm, joy and happiness, true bliss, celebration, chasing away ignorance and falsehood, a time of good fortune and prosperity, a return to a happier time, realization and rising above. The message for you, collective, in this Sun coming in the reverse: there will be no return to a happier time for you. And I don't say that lightly. I say that to give you the realization and the ability to rise above that vibration of wanting to go back to something, wanting to return to anywhere. Return to a happier time. No. Create the utmost happiest of yes. And that is the path. That's the trail you walk, collective. Three of Wands. We know this card, of course, as the ships coming in. This card says, I had a dream and a vision of a great empire of wealth and power at my disposal, of my inspiration, seeing new horizons and foreign shores. I took every opportunity, changed my perspective, and took the long view. Many people will tell you to live in the moment and not get ahead of yourself, but when you have the passion behind you and your plans are taking off, how can you only think of today? But if you think on a grander scale, consider the possibilities and potential of your vision, energy, passion, and talents. You will find that you could begin to change the world. And holy fuck, guys, circling back to the very beginning, some of the first cards I pulled out, make a name for yourself. The themes and the concepts here: opportunities coming in, taking the long view, making plans for the future, staying a few steps ahead, waiting for your ships to come in after an investment or risk, self-employment paying off. I just got with that having a better year than any. So maybe that's for 2024 for new business owners or the newly self-employed. Having a greater vision, thinking big, being a leader for others in business. I'm being called to get some shanty numbers on the 84 because this came on page 84. Cost. I'm getting something about this unemployment being very cost effective. All right. 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment. Ships coming in with your wish fulfillment on them, collective. Are you excited? 9 of Cups. The blessings of satisfaction. This dude right here. See, if I lean him forward, he's a little shorter, but he's at least not glaring at you so much, right? He says, "Welcome. Let me pour you a cup of my finest ale. It is brewed to perfection and full of flavor, and once you've tasted it, you'll feel the joy bubbling up inside you. Ah, how marvelous life is. How fortunate we are to have met, for now we can share life's finest things together. They say that the man that eats alone dies alone, and food and drink is made all the sweeter by good company. Don't you agree?" That right there brings me back to the index cards. Make sure that you are dining with Good Company Collective. Make sure that you are dining as Good Collective. Good Company Collective. We are often told to count our blessings and look how many there are. What more could we want, friend? Well, perhaps just a little more, but that does not mean that our current position is not the best we can be in. There is always more. More being offered, more being wanted, more to be taken, but the trick is not to have what you want, but to want what you have. That is true contentment. The themes and the concepts here: satisfaction, having all the best that life can offer, being content, emotional satiety, wishes fulfilled, sharing good fortune with others, laughter and merriment, indulgence, counting your blessings, being surrounded by friends, and good luck, collective. And good luck. Until we speak again, my dears, I love you. Mwah.